Right, Nightfire? Do you really want your game to be play anywhere? Don't you want somebody to have to buy the game more than once? I mean, if we're being honest, is this really in the business interest of publishers and developers that sell games on multiple platforms? Oh, you want to own that game and get cross progression so that when you're on your Steam Deck playing it on Steam, you're also making progress in the game that you also then play on your PlayStation? Yeah, you got to buy it again.
And he wonders why people call him a bootlicker. He wonders why people call him a shill. He wonders why people say, you know, he bends it over like it's hot for Sony. I mean, this is why. And I guarantee you, in this stream, he probably coped about how people call him a shill. This is why people call you that. For you to bash Xbox, you know, you were playing mental gymnastics where you're putting yourself in the mind of publishers, right? Of platforms. And you're essentially thinking of ways to screw over the consumer and make them pay more. And you're like somewhat lobbying for it. I mean, it's just, like I said, weird pastime, weird way to spend your morning, right? Not a Sony pony, though.
People bought GTA multiple times. They're going to buy GTA 6 9 different times. Like,
dude, who bought GTA 9 times? See, this is what I mean. Just saying stuff 6 times, 9 times. Maybe at the most they bought it twice if they had a PlayStation. Like, what are you talking about?
What's good feed? Yeah, again.
I said twice if they had a PlayStation. Twice if they had a PC. You guys get what I'm saying. I'm geeked.
I've continued to say Xbox doesn't seem to understand the business interest of other companies. Like, Game Pass is not in the business interest of most companies, right? It's like, we want to sell, so you got to write obscenely large checks.
I mean, and did Claire Obscure sell? Here we go again with this cope. If it's a good game, it's going to sell. I mean, we stay pretending like games on Game Pass, people don't buy them. It's all straight up cap. And Claire Expedition 33 proves that, right? Game of the year. And we've had straight up had indie developers speak out and say, Xbox is good if you're a small team and you want to get that bag, right? You want to get that exposure. I've seen plenty of good games on Game Pass. A good example of this is Liza P. Look at the come up they had. Shit, they came up so much they went bougie. And I bought the DLC. Because it was a good game. And I could have pirated, but I truly enjoyed it, so I bought it. For real. I'm dead ass. So if people enjoy the game, they'll buy it. I don't know why we're coping. If that was the case, then nobody would be buying Expedition 33. Then you would see Expedition 33 coming out saying, dang, you know, we regret being on Game Pass. I mean, it's just, this is just straight up cope.
To get games on Game Pass, which makes the entire strategy shaky at best. I mean, we're already hearing from a company, the guys from Revenge of the Savage Planet, they were like, it might not be a good idea. We've had other companies speak to the problem of Game Pass. We've had CEOs speak to the problem of Game Pass and how it's valued.
Oh, you mean CEOs of other competing companies? You mean, let's just say it for what it is. You mean PlayStation CEO. You've heard him come out and pretty much complain about the shit. I mean, that's the competitor. Of course they're going to talk shit about it. Who gives a shit what your competitor's saying about it? What, are they supposed to talk highly of it? What type of sense would that make? That would be a weird strategy.
Destructive. These are people who make decisions about really big pieces of property, and they're like, yeah, that's really value destructive. And now you got another thing, Play Anywhere, that's completely at odds with what most C-suite's going to want to do, which is...
Yeah, and he's just like, what are you doing, Xbox? Like, you're out here being pro-consumer. He's like, no, that's not how you do it. The consumer's supposed to bend over and get railed the same way I do for Sony. I mean, like I said, to put yourself in the position of these major corporations and to think of ways to screw over the consumer, to get them to open up their wallet. I mean, talk about completely out of touch of reality. You know, mind you, this is supposed to be somebody who who prides himself on helping people make pro-consumer decisions. Just listen to this shit.
Sell the game more than once. C-suite and C-suite and shareholders aren't going to be like, oh yeah, we only want people to buy the game one time and then let them play it anywhere. Again, that's totally at odds with what most gaming executives are going to want.
And source? Oh, well, that's what Shuhei Yoshida said. I mean, it's like, dude, just talking out his ass.
You just keep making yourself unappealing. I don't get it. Series S made the platform unappealing, passively blaming Larian, passively blaming, game science with Woo.
Oh, you got to bring up that darn Series S, right? You can't forget about the Series S. Now the Series S has entered the chat now.
You're just making your platform so unappealing, and now Play Anywhere?
and then Black Myth Wukong, he snuck that one in there. I mean, all of the Ghosts of Christmas Past, goddamn. I mean, everything is just rearing its ugly head. All of the things, it's like, damn, dude. Microsoft hurt this man. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. That's the future. That's the future. You shouldn't have to buy all the devices, but if you own all the devices, you shouldn't have to buy the game more than once. What the frick?
Yeah, what the frick? That's not how it goes. So Sony says buy it and I buy it. Nintendo says buy it and I say how much? Sony tells me to bend over and I say yes, sir. That's not how this goes. What are you Xbox guys doing?
Like that, game companies don't agree with. They're not going to agree with that. Now some, won't, but the average won't.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joker Quinn, for gifting a member on the line to 630.
Yeah, like these corporations are money hungry. What? Do something pro-consumer? What? Win the good grace of consumers? Why would they do that?
2. The ever faithful Joker Quinn out here constantly bumping the gifted line. There's an article on Windows Central where Square Enix more or less says that they are not putting Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster on Play Anywhere. Right, because they want you to buy the game multiple times. They're in the business of...
because them niggas got scars from y'all PlayStation niggas. See, y'all done hurt them niggas so bad. Y'all done hurt Square Enix so bad. They out here, they fiending. They like, they ain't signing shit. They ain't signing no type of nothing. They don't want to see it. Nope, don't bring it to them. Y'all niggas done hurt Square Enix, man.
Selling games. See, this has been the issue with Xbox for a while, is they create strategies that center around themselves at sort of the
wait, it centers around themselves? Because you're sitting here saying, oh, what they're doing isn't going to make them a whole lot of money. No, it centers around the consumer. It's pro-consumer, and it's so odd. I thought you were pro-consumer. It's odd here.
Sacrifice of somebody else's business interests. They center their entire console and identity around Game Pass. Hang on 1 second.
Oh, here we go.
They center their entire identity around Game Pass, which is at odds with what most companies are going to want to do. I keep peeking. Hang on.
That's odd because I mean PlayStation sure did steal their whole flow on some Soldier Boy shit. I mean, God, let's just keep it a buck. I see a whole bunch of companies stealing their whole flow on that shit. Odd, isn't it? Weird, isn't it? He was just yesterday saying that he believes that they should start putting games after like a year and a half on PlayStation Plus. Pretty much dry begging for them to up the quality of the games that they put on the PlayStation Plus service. Meanwhile, Xbox games are day and date, but they'll talk shit about it. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I see through the bullshit.
I fiddled with my mixer, and I'm just getting into its sweet spot again. Xbox doesn't meet developers where they are. That's what I'm saying. Like, I struggle to see their third-party relationships improving if this is their new push. If Play Anywhere is your new push, and it was. You notice the big thing that they banged on during the Xbox showcase, it wasn't Game Pass, it was Play Anywhere. They are once again making themselves unappealing to other game companies. It's like, why would we want to be okay with that?
Yeah.
If somebody buys our game on PlayStation and then they want to play it on Steam,
Yeah.
they want to play it on PC, they got to buy it again.
Yeah. If we can fuck the consumer, we're gonna fuck them good. Like, look at his face. We're gonna fuck them good. Ain't no running and shit. Like, we pulling hair and shit. Like, what?
That's what most publishers are going to say, because they're in the business of selling games.
Yeah.
They're looking for an easy win, trying to pretend to be consumer friendly, says AOZ.
Pretending.
Xbox is enforcing Play Anywhere on third-party developers. If I'm not mistaken, how on earth can people be anti-Play Anywhere? I am not being anti-Play Anywhere. No.
Whoa. No. I'm not anti-Play Anywhere.
No. That's a really easy way to false frame what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm anti-Play Anywhere. I'm saying game executives will be anti-Play Anywhere.
Oh, he's not anti-Play Anywhere. Just like how he's not anti-Xbox, right? He's just sitting here at fucking, 10 a.m. at the ass and early in the morning, right? 10 a.m. I guess that's early in the morning. Some people shitting on it, but he's not anti it, dude. He's just giving his opinion on it from a CEO perspective.
Meaning, one of the central aspects of Xbox's new marketing push is something that a lot of companies are going to say no to.
Source? I'm like I said, source. That's what I want to know. Where's the fucking source? Are you just pulling shit out your ass again?
You understand? Like, they're once again creating a central strategy and central identity around something that game execs are going to be like, we don't want to do that. Why the frick would we want to do that? Yeah.
Why would we want to do something pro-consumer? Why would we want to get in the goodwill of consumers? Why would we do that for, like, this is what I mean. They're just so used to getting railed by Sony. They just can't wrap their head around it. They're like, no, that's not going to happen. They just can't believe it.
Why would we want to make it so that the consumer can only buy the product one time?
Yeah, like I said, we pulling hair, we fucking them good. That's the Sony way.
Ask Rockstar how well being able to get people to buy a game more than once worked out for GTA 5.
Getting goofballs, not people, goofballs.
Ben says it doesn't matter if they're pretending to be consumer friendly as long as they're providing alternative, cheaper options. Here's the issue, okay? This isn't their first rodeo offering the cheaper option. Series S didn't work out for them at all.
That darn Series S, y'all. I mean, goddamn, at all.
It didn't. I don't think this is going to suddenly be some big win for them.
Of course you don't. When have you ever thought anything Xbox was a win, right? This is what I mean. They never will give Xbox guys W's, right? Xbox Play Anywhere, it's not a win for Xbox. Like, this is just so odd. Like, it's just so peculiar.
If they wanted to focus on Play Anywhere, they should have done it a long time ago with Windows 10, says FCAT. All right, think of it this way. Look at the dialogue surrounding this, okay? Look at the dialogue surrounding the Xbox Ally and Play Anywhere. The dialogue is, this is the future. This is where things are going. This is where things are going, baby. Games everywhere. Play Anywhere. Right? Xbox is seemingly always leading the charge from third.
I mean, and you guys literally copy their flow. Am I lying? I mean, y'all literally did. From PlayStation Plus to having to pay for the subscription service. I mean, we could take it back to that. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, it really does seem like they are leading the charge. I mean, to even putting games on PC. And I'll say it again. You PlayStation guys, you're the new Xbox guys. Only difference is y'all don't got the Microsoft money. You know what I'm saying? Because Xbox, they can go into the Microsoft pockets, and that's really why y'all niggas upset. Y'all don't got the Microsoft pockets. That's why Shuhei Yoshida over here begging y'all niggas to buy remasters. Let's just keep it 1,000 out.
For the last 6 years, I've had to hear about how Xbox is leading the charge. This is the future. This is where things are headed. Did you see any of the snippets from PlayStation's latest earnings report?
No.
Take a gander at it.
Take why? What the fuck? Not a Sony pony. Not a Sony pony, but go look at their last earning report. I mean, bro, you're never beating the allegations. Who looks at earning reports? That's like me looking at the Steam earning reports or the PlayStation earning reports, the Xbox earning reports. Who does that? Look at the games. Look at the game catalog. Look at what's coming to your console. Because other than Death Stranding, it's looking pretty goddamn dry.
Just take a little peek at it. What's it say? They're asked
No games
about Microsoft's new strategy, and they say,
"Oh! I took a peek at it. I saw y'all buying a lot of Xbox games on it. I did see where y'all was buying a lot of Xbox games on it.
We don't feel any urgent need to switch our strategy." They talk about how they're going to be particular about games coming to PC later. But we've had to hear all the last couple of years that this is where things are going. PlayStation's doing the same thing. PlayStation's following Xbox. And yet, every time we talk about this, it becomes clearer and clearer and clearer that that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
And if this is them leading the charge, this is the future, how? People thought Game Pass was the future. People thought basically turning gaming into Netflix was the future, and it's clearly not.
Hey, and let me tell you what, right? Let me tell you know they're rebooting Hank Hill. I said, hey, yeah, they were rebooting King of the Hill. I tell you what, Xbox Game Pass, that PC Game Pass, that shit has been hitting this year. No lie. I mean, Claire Expedition, Doom the Dark Ages, Ninja Gaiden. I mean, Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers is going to be there. Xbox, I can be honest. You know, the past few years, there were times where it was hit or miss, hit or miss. That's why I'm glad I got the PC version. It's only like, what, $12? As of lately, these last 2-3 months, that shit has been busting. No kissing. Like, that shit has been hitting. You would have to be capping to say that you're not enjoying those games. Like, one game that just came out, I'm about to check out after recording this shit, that The Alters. I mean, that shit even looks good. So, we'll see, man.
It isn't. Their Game Pass subscribers have plateaued. Subscriber services in general have plateaued. And then we've got record-breaking sales and breakout titles doing incredibly well. So you have to ask yourself, how is Play Anywhere the future of gaming if, as it's designed, it's immediately antithetical to the business interests of the people that they're going to be pitching it to? Like, you're going to approach big companies and you're going to say, hey, would you like to be involved with Play Anywhere? And they're going to say, no, not unless you heavily compensate us, because you're basically telling people they only have to buy the game once. So what? I mean,
like I said, we'll have to see, because as of right now, I just seen the list of the Play Anywhere games, and it was 1,000 games. It was it looked like a huge ass library. I mean, we'll have to see. Like I said, show me the sources. Show me the dev saying, we're not doing it. I'll wait.
Is you're going to have Play Anywhere be a list of games where some of the biggest titles are not included.
And this is what I mean. Just because all the titles aren't included, it's a bad thing. I mean, shit, there's a saying, it's better some than none. I mean, at least they got some. Are you going to go with the platform that got some or none? Which one is better, some or none? It's got it, but of course, you know, when you're playing semantics, when you're moving the goalposts, it has to be all or nothing. At least they got some. At least they're leading towards a future, who knows, where maybe the consumers will start preferring to only buy games that they can play anywhere. And maybe that will force developers to say, hey, we're going to have to start making our games play anywhere if we want to sell. But like I said, that shit like that never will cross his mind, because he doesn't believe in that type of shit. He just believes in getting railed by you know, corporations. That's just his whole MO.
How is that the future of gaming?
Like I said, look at what the Steam boys were able to do by boycotting that bullshit that they were doing by region locking. Sony bent the knee. And Sony has bent the knee multiple times for the PC guys, from the PSN login requirement to the region locking. So if PC players, because let's just be real, look at Stellar Blade, that's the majority. If they start showering, buying games that are available anywhere they go, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just speaking hypotheticals. And it's just crazy. You know, this guy's the logician. He can't even think of that because, like I said, he's a boot kisser. That's all he knows is kissing boots.
It's just going to be another version of Game Pass to a certain degree. It's going to be heavily saturated with their own content, which, credit where credit's due. They got a lot of great content. They own a lot of property now. But that...
Oh, okay, dude. So what are you arguing then? I mean, literally, the definition of talking out of both sides of your mouth, bro.
That again, then it's not Play Anywhere. It's just like another weird. It feels like another weird version of Game Pass, like a list.
Oh yeah. So that's the issue. It feels like Game Pass. That's why I don't like it. It just feels like Game Pass. It's Xbox.
Will be over time more saturated with Microsoft property than anything else. Which again, how is that the future of gaming? Why is anybody coming to your ecosystem? Why? If some of the biggest titles can't even make it on these lists that you're compiling of like Play Anywhere. Like Doom the Dark Ages, who barely sold. Well, I mean, Doom the Dark Ages not selling well is an interesting one to me because Game Pass should not have affected the sales of that game on PlayStation.
I mean, I played it. It was all right. You know, I just put it like this. I didn't like it as much as the first one. I kind of find it tit for tat with the second one. Like, there's certain parts that I liked about it more than the second one, but there's certain parts about the second one that I liked more about it than the third one, if that makes any sense. But, you know, who knows? Maybe they've just fallen off. Either way, it's not like the game flopped. I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was. I got to play it on Game Pass. I mean, shit. I just, like I said, these ponies, man.
Also should not have affected the sales of that game on Steam. Did you hear about Steam banning all those games? Banning what games? What are you talking about?
Is he talking about banning the games that had ads in them?
Play Anywhere is just another income vector, but for Microsoft ecosystem. Steam users will continue to use Steam. Same for other storefronts. It's additive.
Exactly.
As a lifelong PlayStation gamer, it sticks in my craw that Microsoft owns Crash Bandicoot. The one with the ads in them. I don't know what games you're talking about. I didn't see any headlines.
Yeah, because Steam is pro-consumer, and it banned a shit ton of games that had ads in it. It was pretty much their way of saying, if you put ads in your game, it's going to be banned off our platform. See, that's what I'm saying. They don't know anything about this.
Stories about games with ads in them on Steam getting banned.
Like, you're talking to a boot kisser. Like you got to talk boot kiss speak. You know what I mean? Tell him there's something that he can buy. Tell him there's something he can consume. His ears will perk right up.
Play Anywhere sounded good a long time ago, but it's doing nothing really in the end. Listen, I know this will get misconstrued. I know. I am not saying that I'm anti-Play Anywhere. I'm not. I'm saying game devs and executives, they're going to be anti-Play Anywhere because they're going to say that's not in our business interest. We know that people buy our games. A percentage of them are purchased across multiple platforms more than once by some of our most ardent fans. Giving those people the option to only buy the game once is not. We're not interested in that.
Yeah, we're not.
You can't outsell your competition. Maybe by offering things like this, they hope to bleed them. Customers outside Microsoft might start asking for this. Play Anywhere really only.
I mean, quite literally what I was just saying. Everyone else can see it but him, right? But you know, the bleed green guys, they always miss the mark.
Speaks to existing gamers, Hilly. I don't think imagine not being a gamer. Play Anywhere would be like, what? they'd be like, I don't even, what do you mean play anywhere? Why do I care about that? Like, it's a concern and a care for a hobbyist gamer who's going to have a handheld, a PC, and a console. Somebody who's not currently gaming isn't going to be like, I already have a pain point. I have multiple gaming devices, and I only want to buy the game once. Like, that doesn't speak to a non-gamer because they're not in our ecosystem. They don't have all the devices. This is like a restaurant declaring that going forward, all meals will be buy one, get one free, and people being like, that's the future of dining out. Yes, because the average restaurant's going to be like, we can't do that. That's not in our business interest.
Okay, but I mean, if somebody goes to a buffet and they enjoy it, they might start going to buffets more often. I mean, holy shit. Like, wow.
Play anywhere doesn't do anything for me. 99% of my playtime is from the couch. If I try to think about this in the best light, my only thought is, guys, could we get 200 likes on the video? Let's, on YouTube, smash that thumbs up. We're having a really strong start. Thank you. Maybe they're looking at, Asian markets where they're trying to grow. Japan, Korea, and they're saying, okay, maybe they're trying to break into China. I don't know. Maybe they're saying there's such a larger gaming on the go culture that this will speak to people who want to game on their PC and like a handheld or something. Maybe that's what they're thinking, because I don't even think this really speaks to Western or European gamers that much because of the prevalence of PC and console culture where we live.
Source, like, dude will just nonchalantly say shit out of nowhere, no type of source, just because of fuck it, why not?
Like most people that are going to game in a serious way, like they want to buy games. They see commercials for Call of Duty or God of War or something.
Yeah, they want to spend money. Like most people, if you give them the option to play a game for free, they're not going to take it. They're going to want to spend money. They're going to want to consume.
And they want to play them. They're going to be playing them, as Eugene said, like on their couch. It's the future of AA Studios. What's the future of AA Studios? Could be big in Japan. Home PCs are rare. Right, so they're playing at a cafe, and then they're playing on their handheld. Like, Play Anywhere might speak to somebody in a market where they're rarely at home. Right? This was sort of what we thought the Portal was meant to do, especially now that it has cloud. Was it meant to be a catalyst for people to say, I don't really game at home? Like, PlayStation saturation in Japan has always been weaker than U.S. and Europe.
Oh, boy, get that shit out of here. That weak-ass Portal, nigga. You can't even play games natively. You have to be on Wi-Fi. That shit is, do you want to play while you're laying down in your bed? That shit is off. The kids got the TV. The kids got the TV. Damn. My wife's watching the damn TV. Damn. That's what that shit is, boy. I mean, come on, man. Like, and at least in my opinion, I feel like in order for it to be considered a real handheld, you got to be able to play that shit without Wi-Fi. That's when it's a real handheld. Because then when you're out somewhere, like I say, man, with my Steam Deck, I can literally whip my deck out. You know what I'm saying? No cap. Just pull that bitch out and play on it. You dig?
Saturation. So we always thought, well, maybe the Portal was to help with that. Maybe Xbox is thinking similarly, like, well, Play Anywhere will appeal to markets where people don't really play at home. Play Anywhere for multiplayer games are fine with me because I know I'm under Xbox's security, formerly Xbox Live. Oh. I did like playing Xbox games on my Meta VR. I'm mainly just taking issue with the idea that this is the future. I don't think that it is. I think it's another marketing beat from Xbox that's just being parroted by all the marketing mouthpieces. Like
all the marketing mouthpieces. Yeah. The same dude who quotes, Shuhei Yoshida, like it's the Bible. You know what I mean? But marketing mouthpieces, right? The same guy who reads out articles from all the little pony places. It's like, come on, dude. Seriously, you're just so upset that there are people saying, "Hey, I can see this being the future of gamers because it's something that's pro-consumer." They're like, "Hey, I can see a future like this. I would like to hope I could see a future like this." And you're just like, "No, no, 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 no. That's not how it goes. You're supposed to get railed by the big corporation. Don't you understand?"
I do not think consumers are going to suddenly say, yeah, that really matters to me. And also, I don't think developers are going to say, oh, yeah.
Yeah, because consumers, we just love buying the same product over and over again. I know I sure do, right? I know I sure can't wait to buy a game and then turn around and buy it again. I just can't see how that can be beneficial to a consumer.
Yeah, that really serves our interest. Like, think about the two things that Xbox has made central to their identity in the last 20 years or so, in the last 15 years. One of them is Game Pass, where you don't have to buy the game, and now Play Anywhere, where you don't have to buy the game multiple times. Both of those sentences are like, that's like poison. The average executive is going to recoil at that.
It's like poison. Like I said, Source. I love how he must be in like all types of, business meetings. I mean, he has such a firm understanding of how they react to market pitches. I mean, dude, literally just pulling shit out of his ass. But it's crazy because now we have something to add in with the Series S, Black Myth Wukong, Game Pass. So now Play Anywhere. That's another thing that's just poison. It's another reason why just Xbox bad, you guys.
What? Your big offer, your big pitch is that the consumer doesn't have to buy the game?
Yeah, something pro-consumer? What?
Now your crack squad cooked up another winning strategy, and you're gonna tell the consumer they only have to buy the game once?
Yeah, you're gonna tell the consumer that they don't have to buy the game twice? You're gonna let them get away without? You're not gonna fuck the consumer? You're not gonna bend them over and really make them feel it?
The average executive is gonna say, we have no interest in that whatsoever.
None.
How is that the future of anything? It's another very odd, antithetical strategy. It's like
the
average executive of a very big game, a mainline game, a popular game, is going to say absolutely.
Yeah, because he's just friends with big executives of mainline games. He talks to them all the time, and they're definitely not on board with any of this.
That's not in our interest at all.
Oh my God, man. Well, there you guys have it. Play Anywhere bad, man. It's been your boy Siggs Serial, man. Until next time, peace.